and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. You talk about this Miami defense. Well, this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Huntley. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. 23 yards the pickup there. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Breaks a tackle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Huntley to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd down, here's Huntley. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Huntley. Davante Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua. This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. The Dolphins at 6-3 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A-Chain gets it from the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to zip through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 3rd and 2.
All right, let's go. Whoa.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 26 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Let's go now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Got it. Ready?
This is 2nd and 8.
70,
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Hurry,
On 1st and 10, Huntley. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now 2nd and 9. They go play action with Huntley. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Huntley. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. First down, they go back to A-Chain. Fighting him off. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A-Chain on 1st and 10. Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Tua going to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this down to the 32. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
All right, come on. 21G. Hey, turbo one.
Now Tua going to change the play. On first down, Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A.J. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They go back to the ground game with A.J. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have in that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by Chosen. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. You got to give him the football again here. He gets the big run down to the 2. Pay it off.
I like it. I like the call, but here's always the question. How many times do we see the big runs and a guy pats his helmet and says, take me out? Why would you go out when you've got a chance to get it again and score?
A.J. is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, a 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And it's complete to Adams. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
On the goal now. 18 rattle. Dragon 60.
Now Huntley. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him, reeling it in on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley. To the right side, and complete to Atwell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and 10, here's Huntley. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Huntley working from the gun. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30.
I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and a couple. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A tie game. I don't think anybody in this building, including you or I, was expecting that.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it at all, but I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense at the half.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
On second down, Jacobs. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Third down. Here's Huntley now. He had a man open, but he missed him when it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going for it. Huntley. That is caught. Shedding the tackle. That gives him some room. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. And they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Come on. Ready.
Out of the gun, Huntley. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Huntley. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Huntley off of play action. Short throw caught by Pitts. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here's Huntley. This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they'll run here with A-Chain. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in that. This time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
All right, fellas, listen up.
And the slot man goes in motion left. A-Chain once more. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Sanders. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Right back to A-Chain on second down. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this could require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Again, it's A-Chain. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They have been superb. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon A-Chain. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action with Huntley. Rolling to his right. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got a more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he gets this up to the 24-yard line.
Cup 19. Go.
Looking to throw here, Huntley. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st and 10, Huntley. He hits Adams complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jacobs going to try the middle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. Huntley going to change the play here. And now they'll shift things around.
18, 5 in. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 79 Broncos. Panther 60.
On 2nd down, here's Huntley. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense has converted 2 3rd downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Huntley looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
19 light. Mustang 19.
Now Huntley. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with an amazing diving catch. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. A run on 1st down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. To throw, Huntley. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 149 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. Right now, he's in that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Going for the knockout punch. He'll try and run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Huntley to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 3rd down, Huntley flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Fourth down, Huntley. Pass taken in by his big tight end. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And it's complete to Adams. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Huntley working from the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Given 12 yards there, the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Dolphins, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets.